Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy AD, and that's all day. How y'all doing? I'm in the spot. What's going on? How y'all doing in the chat? What's up, mysteriously kind? Yo, what's up? What's up? Oh, I had that super loud too. What's up, mysteriously? How you doing? What's going on, Hank the Mean Man? What's good? How you doing? Today, I'm going to be. I know it's kind of a little awkward because it's a little early. Normally, you don't see me this early, but I was in the mood to talk about this. Thank you, Hank. And yeah, so I basically want to talk about how now the word simp will not be used anymore on certain platforms and how they're actually really trying to ban that word, including a couple of other words. But the simp word is the one that like really got my attention because I can't believe they're actually talking about banning it. And then also I want to give my views on twerking because I've seen a lot of other people giving their views on it and what they think about it. So I would like to give my views as well. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's cool. Doing good. That's good to see, my man. Mysteriously, that's what's up, bro. What's up, Drado? Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on, bro? So you already know. I'm gonna play me a little track real quick, and I'm getting myself together while this song is playing, and I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this for a while. So I'll be right back. Now I gotta find the song. I'm like, where is the song? What up? What up? What's up, Blue Lion? To the neighborhood. Love you. Yeah, I noticed that. I wonder why they blocked it. Back with that bitch. I can not back in the struggle. Ain't no with that damn rapper struggling. Back on my shit. That's guaranteed. That good. Back on my shit. I'm back on my shit. Back on my shit. Down for my strip. I get back on my shit. Back on my shit. I'm down for my strip. Back on that shit. If you didn't know, I'm back on that shit. So I'm all about my dough. Pull that kid dough. Niggas necessary. Niggas talking down to the clown. Let's get bird. Nigga, I ain't bird. But I got a girl. Bitches wanna fuck, but I'm trying to claim the world. If you ain't got no girls, if you ain't got no gold, if you ain't got no dough and no dick in your hole, I'm back on that shit, back on the strip. I stopped drinking, all back on that lick. Imagine that, I'm high off that cess. I've been smoking weed, but you know where I'm at. I'm back on that strip, back on that shit. Niggas talking down till they back on the ground. You lay down, leave no frowns on your face when you mug. Pussy niggas talking down till they catch a slug. I don't give a fuck, I ain't fuck the club. Niggas showing off, the faggot niggas soft. But I'm back on my shit, back on my strip. Lot of bad bitches, man, they back on my dick. Got a stack of grip, gotta pay the bills. Niggas talking down, I'ma tell them how I feel. Niggas talking up, so I gotta fuck with them. Niggas talking sideways, I don't fuck with them. I'm back on the strip, they gon' show me love. Catch me at the store, I'ma spend more than a dub. I'ma drink this beer, I'ma smoke these cigs, I'ma smoke this weed, I'ma get it how I live. Cause I'm back on that shit, back on that shit. Back on the strip, back on that shit, back on that shit, bitch, I'm back on that shit, back on that shit, oh, I'm back on that shit, I'm back on the strip, bitch, I'm posted up, I don't give a fuck, cause I know you know this bus, police wanna watch, bitches wanna watch, I don't give a fuck, cause I'm about my guac. Yo, what's happening, y'all? I see y'all up in here. Let me see. Right, we got Blue Lion. We got the Donald just showed up. What's up, y'all? Oh yeah, I forgot. Blue Lion, you said you was going on that trip. I forgot all about that. How long will you be gone? You said you gonna make a couple of videos and bounce. What's up to Donald? Oh, thanks, Hank. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, good to see all of y'all. Good to see all of y'all. Straight up. Smoking weed, AD. I feel you. I feel you. I know it's early. I got my little coffee and whatnot. Okay, so let me get to it. So, yes, they are not allowing on certain platforms, I know Blue Line know about this, that they are not allowing the word simp and a couple of other words. And I find this very interesting because simp is a word that it's been out for a little while. Like I actually did see songs in the 90s saying simping. I'm not even gonna lie, it kind of blew my mind a little bit. I think it was Boys to Men or something like that. And I was like, what? But it didn't really become popular or trendy until within the last 5 to 10 years, more people start actually using the word simp. And simp is not really a degrading word to me. It's not like calling somebody a B or something like that. It's more about just defining who someone is, like the word pimp. That's why I wrote that question in there. Like, so we can still say pimp, but we can't say simp. Now we know what a pimp is. We know what pimps do, and pimps do a lot of stuff. So why is that still okay to say? Why can we say pimp, but we can't say simp? Now, what do pimps do? Pimps get money from women. Pimps get women to do what they want so they can get money. They put them out there. They get work for them, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, but what do simps do? Simps do the opposite. Simps do everything for the woman and gives all the money to the woman while the woman don't do nothing and just be taking what he got. So why is pimp still allowed but not simp? You see what I'm saying? It's just some weird shit. Yeah, bro, and trip 2 tomorrow. Damn, so you finna go out, man. Hey, that's cool, man. I'll keep in contact with you, bro. Yeah, Simp Now Loud on Twitch. Yeah, and you know what? And the thing is, I feel like it's just gonna progress. Like, right, it's starting on platforms like Twitch and stuff, right? And I really do believe that it's just gonna progress to other platforms, don't you? I think sooner or later they won't let you say simp on here. Like, oh no, you can't say simp. Again, what is wrong with saying simp? What's wrong with that? Stay in office, we will strengthen this shit out. Censorship is out of control. Yeah, censorship is out of control. It really is, Donald. It totally is. What? Trump won in the last slide, y'all. He will do 4 more. We're right. We still trying to see. We only got how much time we got till inauguration? We got about a month left, huh? Yeah, from now until next month, it's gonna be some pretty interesting times indeed. Straight up. Damn, you said a 12-hour trip. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's far. So, like I was saying, now I feel like cause simping is something that can destroy you as a person. Now we know most simps are men. Like, yeah, women could be simps, but women tend to only simp very rarely. And a lot of the women that are simps tend to be women that most people don't want, or women that really got a lot of problems. Like overall average women, no, do not simp, but overall average men will, because a lot of men are taught from an early age to be nice and kind to women and respect them and to do for them and build families. But which is nothing wrong. Like, it's nothing wrong with being nice and kind and respectful and building families with someone. But the problem is don't let that go to your head and don't allow that to, let someone take advantage of you. That's the problem, because that same ideology was not really taught to women. Women were taught differently. I don't really know too many women in my life who were taught from a young age to always love and respect and be kind to men and be there for them and start families. I'm sorry, but I just haven't seen that like that. I know it can happen, but it's pretty rare. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. You said January 20th. Oh, yeah, January 20th. So, yeah, we ain't got much time left. You said, woohoo. Donald, you tripping me out right now. So, simp, using the word simp can educate a man. Like, it's a lot of guys out here that do simp,
but don't know they simping. It's a lot of guys out here that think simping is the right way to go when it comes to trying to get a woman. Simping is more about trying to win a woman over than actually trying to get a woman to like you for you. Because as a man, that should be your main goal. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting your shit together and doing what you got to do in life. There is nothing wrong with that. But your main goal with a woman should be to get her to like you for you. But when you're a simp and you're constantly doing everything she's saying, agreeing with everything she's saying, and you constantly paying her bills and you constantly being nice when she not, that's where you fucking up. Because you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. You deserve better. And that's why I feel like they should just stop. Like, do not try to take that word away. Hey, what's up, Brown Bird? What's going on, bro? They found nothing now. Rumor has it Trump and Pence are having problems. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Hey, yo, Hidden. What's going on, Hidden? How you doing, my man? Yeah, Brown Bird said we all had our times. Yeah, yeah, and I know, and that's why it needs to be acknowledged, right? Because a lot of us have simped, and we should have never been simping to begin with, right? You know, but a lot of times, like I said, it's like we'll simp just because we think that's how you win a woman over, but it's not about winning a woman over because a woman is gonna like you for you. If a woman like you, she gonna like you, period. Trying to win her over and I got all this money and all of this, that's not gonna get you nowhere, and it shouldn't get you nowhere with anyone. You know, like with women, we know it could get real bad because men like women, but shit, you could do that to another man and get screwed over as well. But it's a different story with women because we know that's the opposite sex, and we know that's what men are gonna pursue. Yeah, simping ain't easy, bro. Hell no. Hell no. Shit. You thought pimping was hard, right? You shit. Go out there and go simp and let's see where that gets you. Let's see how far that takes you. Every time I see a simp, they always are depressed and never having their way and never getting what they really want. It's sad. When you stop simping, you start to say fuck a lot of shit. You know, once you start standing up for yourself and saying, you know what, fuck that. Fuck them. Fuck how they feel about this. Fuck, I'm gonna do what I do because I know it's right. Then that's when you start feeling better about that shit. Straight up. What's up, McTown to Win? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, McTown to Win. Yo, John level 30. Oh, I see I caught you early today. What's up? I don't know. Matter of fact, I normally only see you in the morning time. Good to see you, John. Straight up. Yeah, Blue Line said I'm against simp, period. Yeah, yeah, and that's why they want to get rid of the word, right? They want to get rid of it so there's no more acknowledgement about it. So, because a lot of men, it's true, a lot of men or young guys, somebody call them a simp or somebody say that word, they're gonna want to know what that word is. They're gonna be like, what is it? Next thing you know, they're all on the internet trying to figure out what it is. Yep, use your personality. Straight up. Don't use money. Yeah, don't use money. Because money, that's not you. Like I said, yeah, get your money, get your life together. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, you got to pay them bills, right? And if you're lucky, women usually will come to you. Yeah, that's true. I mean, these days, most women will come to you if they really like you. It's not like the old, like back in the day, women were more appreciative of a man approaching them and being like, hey, how you doing, this and that. I mean, it could still happen. But these days, women tend to just really just want to come to you. Like a lot of the shit that women be talking about men, like, oh, they're all in my DMs. Oh, these men are so thirsty. In reality, that'd be they ass. Just only with Pacific men and on the low. Just like how most women will never tell you when they got played, or they'll never tell you when they got ran through. They'll never tell you when they gave it up and didn't get what they want. That should be so sad to me. Just be fucking honest. Be real. The fact that they don't say that shit makes me know that it's really happening to their ass. Straight up. Facts. Yep, facts. Yeah, Dre in the building. Brownbird said, that's why I never believed in men bragging about getting women. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, you know what? And that used to be a big thing growing up for me back in the day. I'm not sure exactly how it is today, but I remember growing up, that's how it was. Like if you wasn't getting ass and if you wasn't getting coochie, you was a lame in the neighborhood, right? You was a lame. And I never really understood that ideology. I mean, like, yes, it's okay to get women. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't put a man, that doesn't define who a man is. It's like in today's media. Did you ever notice in today's media, whenever they talk about a man, they always got to throw him with a woman? Like it doesn't matter if he's with someone or what. You notice that like damn near every time they talk about a man, he's with her or he's with, and if he's not, which is pretty rare nowadays when it comes to media, then they'll be like, oh, who you're looking for. But when it comes to women, you notice it be the complete opposite. But when they talk about women and women are alone, they act like she's living her best life. They act like she's doing it big. And that's not cool. So that's why they do it in the media, because it brainwashes people into thinking that a man is only defined by the woman he's with, when you could be alone and be one of the best men you ever been in your life. I mean, being alone, it's a lot of shit you can accomplish alone that you may not ever do or know about because you might be too busy around some trash. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, yeah. You are exactly right, Mysteriously Kind. Spam that like button. Now I'm gonna talk about twerking real quick. Real quick, and I'm gonna open it up if anybody else wants to come in and say something about this topic. Oh, yeah. Mix Time to Win says Simp equals broke, choked, and as a joke. Yep, I totally agree. I totally agree with that. And ain't it funny how nowadays anybody, like any real man that calls a simp out, like most of these women will sit here and say the simp is the good man and lie. And they need to stop that. Like not all women, but a lot of women nowadays, it's true. It's like they'll see a simp in this line, be like, oh yeah, he's the good man. Like, no, he's not. And you know he not either. So stop trying to act like he is when he isn't. Yeah, the gift of gab. That helps. It's always good, to be a good talker with people. Oh yeah, I feel you. I know. That's why I'm doing one early. Switch it up a little bit. Cause I know most of my streams be at night. So I might catch some early people. You said I have no game in the works. That's funny. Damn, you said they gonna have to ban fool, dumbass, sucker, idiot, and moron. Hey, come on, right? Straight up. But we'll ban simp. That's how you know something is going on. That's how you know. And people that don't think will think, well, no, that's a good word. It's to protect men. There's nothing wrong with men giving everything to women. It's protection. But these would be the same women who will shame these same men for just ridiculous shit. For ridiculous shit. Men get shamed just for being honest. Men get shamed just for telling the truth. Men get shamed just for doing what men do. So I don't want to hear that shit. What's up, Payne? What's up, bro? Yeah. Girls are easy to talk to when you're not scared of them and be real with them. And yeah, I agree. And they're easier to talk to when you're not worried about if you're going to get them or not as well. Because I think that's what holds a lot of men back. Like they'll just be too worried about, oh, am I going to get her? Don't worry about that. That's something you don't want to worry about at all. Yo, what's up? Oh, thanks, Mysteriously. Now let me get into this whole twerking thing. I see some more people are showing up. Let me get into this real quick. Now, twerking, we all know what twerking is and where this kind of came from and what's been going on. And we know twerking kind of has been lit lately, as of lately. And just get to the point, I think twerking is just too sexual to be doing, especially just out in public and in the open. I feel like it is degrading for women. I know a lot of women will be like, oh yeah, well, this is just women just being enjoying their sexual, who they are as sexual beings, or just them dancing. I mean, I can't even believe there's women who will say, or people who will say twerking is dancing. Because twerking is not dancing. Twerking, I mean, yeah, it could take a little skill to learn how to twerk, but real dance, true dance is, twerking is not even close to real dance, true dance. Just like if you go back into the day and you watch most girl videos, dancing, back in the day, early 2000s, 90s, and so on, girls actually danced. You know what I'm saying? They actually danced. Real talk. And that was way more exciting. Like, for example, like a Janet Jackson. Like, she actually danced. And that shit was lit. And her moves was lit. I'm not even going to stunt. Ain't it kind of crazy how they try to make any woman twerk now? You shouldn't even be putting yourself out there like that. Keep that shit on the low. Don't be doing all that in the open. Straight up. What's up, Jason Creed? Haven't seen you in a bit. How you doing, Jason? Yeah, Sims don't think about the women they talk to. They surely don't. Because you should always think about who that person is. You should always, right? But Sims get distracted, by the poo nanny. So it just F's their head up. Oh my God. Big Tyler, women are going to have to chloroform and induct me. That's funny right there. You made me think about The Simpsons. I remember that episode in The Simpsons where Homer got the chloroform and he kept using it on people. And then he used it on himself. That shit was funny as hell. He just kept knocking people out. Oh man. Men get shamed for not giving their money. Then get shamed when they got none left after someone got the bag. Oh, that is 100% facts right there. Right. And that is so true, Hidden, because it's true. As a man, if you don't have no money and you're broke, or let's say you're struggling, you're going through things, most women will not really pay you no mind. And that's just being real. That's true, because what if you did get broke off a woman that you was simping for? Something that a lot of men do. That's a deep one right there. Let me open this up if anybody want to join this topic. I think I done said my little say so. And thank y'all for being here and commenting. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Again, I know it's a little early right now. Well, it's not. It's 1:00 my time, so it's afternoon time. Oh, what's up? What's up, Black and Red Pill? Good to see you, my man. Hey, I know. Hey, I've been seeing him too. Black and Red Pill been doing his thing on the live streams too. I got to get back in one of his live streams. Chop it up with Black and Red Pill. John said, don't think about the outcome. Just focus on their company. You're right, Mr. Money. Yeah. And don't. And because they'll know. Women know. See, that's another reason why it's not good to be a simp, because women will know it. Most women got that sense. They got that sense to know if you're simping or not. What's up, Hidden?
Hey, how you doing, man?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Fuck, man, I've been streaming up a storm.
Oh shit! I gotta get on your shit too, man. Black and Red Pill joining.
Hey, what's up?
How you be, sir?
What's up? What's up, my man?
Not much, Chief. I just came out. I got up not too long ago, so I was like, let me check you out, man, see how you're doing, and just to touch bases with Hidden too. That's why I kind of asked him the same way he asked me. That's usually how he asks me, how you be, sir?
I've been good, man. Working.
I hear that, man. What's good, AD?
I've been cool. I'm Hidden talking about he been streaming. You have what you been talking about?
Well, we did True Sherm Relentless yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And then I did a Hidden Mig show after that. And Baron Yam came in and he canceled me after an hour. He wanted to leave the stream, and because he's got backstage privileges there, he fucking left the stream when he left.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I had to start a new stream again after that. So I ended up going for like I think 7 hours yesterday after True Sherm. True Sherm came on the show too. So
me and Sherm were
going all fucking day yesterday.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Simps think like women. Yes, they do. And good to see y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. So, anybody want to touch this topic first? Who wants to go first?
What exactly are you talking about, man?
We're talking about the word simp not being able to use on certain. It's starting with platforms like Twitch. They're banning simp, and I was also giving views on twerking too.
Oh well, I'll go ahead and jump in.
Okay.
So I think that's a good thing, man. Simps need to really be canceled, man. These guys, I've said this from day one. They're deregulating a lot of things, and we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're getting all this attention, a lot of them, believe it or not, they're not stupid. They're actually sneaky. They're doing this because we all know the end game of them is just trying to get into the girls' panties.
Mm-hmm.
So these stream girls or stream thoughts, e thoughts, whatever you call them, now they're starting to realize that, and a lot of these dudes, they're not going to do the whole OnlyFans things because they've already done it. So they want results. You see what I'm saying? So they're just trying to get something that they know they're not going to get, but they're throwing so much money into it that's causing a backlash. It's going to end up backfiring, man. Like I said, this all good things must come to an end. So all those good things that all these Twitch thoughts and e thoughts are having, it's gonna come to an end, man. That's just wisdom. You've seen it happen with other things, so it's only a matter of time before it happens with this too.
What's up, Brown Bird? Hey, and I got a quick question too. So basically, do you feel like all of this stuff, like you said with the OnlyFans and stuff, do you feel like it'll end up burning them out or devaluing them?
I think it's going to be a burnout. Like anything that's good for you, too much of anything, it's bad for you, even if it's good. So there was where was it? I read about it not too long ago. It's some of those girls. I can't remember her name. She was she was streaming, and like some dudes got a hold of her address somehow, and she got swatted because she
Oh,
rejected. Yeah, she rejected some of these. I think it was two simps that got butt hurt over it. And I mean, you're dealing with dangerous people when you're on internet. You just don't know. That's why shout out to Hidden
She's
because
lucky it
he,
was a SWAT and not
y-
a gang rape.
exactly. So it's like how you had warned me. It's the internet, man. You just don't know what you're gonna get. So a lot of these women, they get overconfident and they think their looks are gonna save them from everything. But some of these simps, I guarantee you, they can be violent. So
You
yeah.
know, you
And
it's
know
gonna
what?
backfire.
I think it's all connected. I think the like you saying the
mhm.
twerking, it is dance because dance is pretty much it's all like a mating ritual. But
Mhm.
twerk is like the basest mating
Like
dance, right?
basic as
Like
hell.
yeah, like it's when like you see a tribe standing in a circle and everybody sees the woman twerking in the middle and people are picking their mates at this point. It's like seeing a cat in heat and a whole bunch of male cats all circling the cat, right? But
Yeah.
then you add that to the simping. You put the two and two together, and what you've got is strip joints are closing down, and fucking strip joints are going into people's bedrooms, and the simps, the perverts row is just fucking they're throwing their credits. That's all it
Okay.
is. So
I'm
Twitch and shit like that, I think it's just like it's basically the new strip joint, and they're
Yeah,
like the
go.
bouncer and the DJ.
Yeah, I totally agree. And go ahead, Brown Bird. I know you came in, and then we could get to Keenan because I see he just popped up. What's going on,
yeah.
Brown Bird?
Hey, peace, chiefs. Let me say this: if they're banning the word "simp," it is going along with this whole new society rhetoric, right? Because the
Mhm.
reason behind it is because when people are using the word "simp" now, you're getting called a simp for anything that you do with a woman. So the funny thing about it is, it's like I hear it all the time, like especially like even me being on panels, like I might say something and there's another guy that might say something. I might try to flirt with a girl in on a panel or something like that. I'm just speaking on YouTube, but I know it's beyond that. They'll be like, "Oh, you're a simp," and I'd be like, "Well, how are they a simp for having an easable conversation with someone?" But with the breakdown of simp, right? We got to analyze this as men for a second. If we're really talking about who's a simp, that means a mass majority of people and a mass majority of men are simps in general, especially brothers in the community because they simp out for women every single time. They'll kill for a woman. They'll sit up there and deal drugs for a woman. They'll sit up there and spend money just to get a woman's attention. You see this all the time, especially if you see like celebs or hot shots and this, that, and the third. They'll try to make it seem like they're all that just to get a woman's attention. So the idea of simping is, I wouldn't say, a lot of people try to give it a negative connotation because they don't want to be that person. It goes along with pride and ego. Like I don't want to seem like I'm a simp because I'm all at the bag of chips, but yet it is still, when you're trying to get a woman's attention, you're gonna do certain things to get her attention. You know what I mean? And I mean that's over the top because us as men, like naturally, if we see a fine and girl attractive, we're gonna pull up and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know what I mean? But it's the extra shit that I mean. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
they'll
like
never be humble enough to say, "Look, I did this to get a woman's attention." So that
It depends.
I'm gonna say.
It's the male part of the mating dance.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm gonna say this about the twerking thing. Now, the twerking thing I find absolutely ridiculous, right?
Mhm.
Because at first, I mean, yeah, everybody like to see a girl that got a fat old ass or she got a body shape and she twerking, right?
Right.
But at the same time, now it starts to become very horrible because you're just doing it anywhere with no care in the world. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, you don't respect yourself if you're out here twerking at random ass places, and it just now that when I think about twerking, I just think that person is automatically ratchet and ghetto. It doesn't even matter what background she is. If she's twerking in random places, I think you're ratchet and ghetto. And a lot of women don't like that.
Doing it.
Exactly, bro.
It goes in with simping. That's why a lot of guys don't want to be considered simps because it has the same reputation as twerking. It's associated the same way. It's like you're just a low status guy that's just too thirsty to control yourself. So that's why, guys should be ashamed of being in the category of a simp because I mean you have no standards. I mean it's gotten so bad. The evidence is out there. You just got to look it up. You'll see guys that are like, depending on, it doesn't matter what scale looks you are. You could be a guy who's an 8, a 7, and you'll see those idiots with like some really, really ugly, nasty land whales. So, I mean, that's how bad the thirst is, dude. That's how bad the thirst is. So, of course, biologically, every guy, has some simping in him, but it's up to you to, control it or, let it out of control. So, like, yeah, you're right, but I mean, you have to learn how to stop simping the same way that ratchet has to stop, twerking at random places.
Right.
PLP, really quickly. When I think about simping, I only think about simping in an aspect like dudes is doing the extreme to get women's attention. That's how I think of
Correct.
simping.
Correct.
The
Yes.
way it's meant as like a slur towards somebody is because they're going extra. It's not because they're just a normal person.
Right. Exactly.
Now what's up, Kanan?
They're saying, well, simp, oh my god, that's a horrible thing, but it's the same thing they said about retard. Now you can't say retard anymore, so everybody's being called autistic now. It's like whatever you change the word to, that's what the slang's gonna go to, and now they're gonna say no autistic. You can't say that anymore. They'll just say something else, and then we'll just start using that as a slang.
The words are always constantly changing.
And only because they keep closing them down on us.
And Keenan, go ahead and jump up in the convo. Anything you want to throw into this conversation?
Yeah, so I see the topic is twerking and simping. I wanted to know, what have you said so far, AD, about this?
Basically,
personally,
he loves it.
Basically, to just get to the point, I was talking about how they're removing the word simp from certain platforms, and I was basically saying how they're removing it so people don't acknowledge it no more, because like it could be negative, but in reality, simp defines who you are. Like I said, so when somebody says simp, you might actually look it up and figure out what a simp is, and you might stop simping, because you don't have to simp to get a woman. And the more you simp, the more the woman is going to look at you like a fool. And that's why men got to stop. And then the twerking thing, basically what they were.
In my experience, that's what's never worked. Simping never fucking worked.
No, it doesn't.
Does not work.
And simps really think the women like them. Like, these girls don't like you. They don't even, a lot of simps don't understand it. That's why simping needs to be called out. So they'll stop doing that. So these chicks start acting better. And you know, if a lot of chicks act really messed up, but if we keep simping for them and giving them attention, they'll never change. But go ahead, Kenneth.
But what did you say about the twerking? You was about to say something.
Oh, and twerking, I was just basically just talking like how it's not real dance and how it really shouldn't be done in public. Now, I do like girls twerking. I do like seeing ass shake, but not in public, behind closed doors with your person. I don't feel like a woman should be putting herself out there like that, basically.
What makes twerking not a real dance?
Because it's just so simple. I mean, we like hit and say, okay, it is like a dance. I guess you could say it is a form of dancing, but I just don't like it because it's so simple. It's not like real dance,
Well,
like
it's
some hardcore dance.
It's base. It's right to the point, man. It's just right to the point. There's no,
Because I like seeing women.
no grace to it. It's
I mean,
just
a dance itself doesn't have to be complex. It can be very simple. I mean, have you guys like actually looked at the history of how twerking even started?
I mean, not me. Go ahead, AD.
It's probably far. Yeah, I know it probably came from a ways ago, but it's like, I mean, okay, even if twerking is considered dance or not, is it still a good way to put yourself out there as a person?
I'm saying like if you understand like the historical roots of twerking, then you understand like how twerking and how it stems from like Africa and how those two things and how the Africans view twerking. They don't call it twerking over there in Africa, but they call it something else in like various different parts of Africa. Versus over here in the West, everything is so hyper-sexualized. So that's why you have niggas. That's why you have niggas saying shit like twerking is not a real dance, or like, oh, bitches just trying to get some dick by just throwing their ass out in a circle, which niggas catch anyway, and they always want. So it's more so like the Western point of view of twerking not being a quote unquote real dance, which is not true at all.
What's up, Blue Lion? Hey, that's why we here.
Hey.
What's up, Elder? Good to see y'all.
Hey, Elder.
Yeah, continue,
I got work this afternoon, so I'm only going to be in here for a hot minute.
Okay.
So,
understand.
whoever was saying, yes, simping is a extreme behavior, they're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't complain about playing romance cards because that's what I did with my friend with benefits. I traded romance points for sex. But I wasn't chasing. And even with my kindred spirit, I ain't chasing shit. I said one text since Thanksgiving.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Drea.
neat.
Now, I want y'all to know I posted my old school Motown version of Otaku Date. It got copyright blocked.
Yeah, I seen that.
But I will post a playlist so you can see where I'm coming from, and I will make sure to post a playlist of Malaya's response because I want Drea's reaction.
Okay.
That's what I want to see too. I want to see
All
that.
right. And yeah, man, good to see you too, Elder.
So any comments on what you heard so far?
I'm just glad you didn't chase. That's good.
I did
That's
like
the
your
difference.
video. I did like your videos, actually, Elder. I did saw it. I did.
Hey, McTown to win.
Oh, man.
Hey, what's
and
up?
for you haters,
Here
I am. I got the one pan meal, and yes, I'm eating it right out the frying pan. And I'm gonna wash it in the sink, hang it up, wash the fork. The sink is empty.
Hey, it's the same thing I do.
See,
hey, welcome to the world of tea.
That's
welcome
right.
to the world of chocolate.
That's right. Who needs a
I love
waifu? Who needs a waifu that's like Cherry 2000 or Blade Runner? I can handle my own shit.
Exactly.
And my waifu will stay in her lane.
I like that frying pan meal too. So I can't. Oh man, shit on a 34 or before you a couple hours before you get your hours back or an hour before you get your hours back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, a good breakfast, especially if you got yourself a little stove, a little portable stove. Get your coffee maker, brew your coffee with the old percolator, with the stovetop percolator. On one side of the range, and some eggs, and some turkey bacon, and a little bit of better yet, corned beef hash. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
You get a small can of corned beef hash, throw some butter on that thing.
So
At
blue
the end,
line.
get some butter.
Blue line.
Yeah, you can also toast your toast on that thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So I got to get going, but for you, Mr. Money.
Yeah.
Once now, I'm gonna have to find a decent old school one, but I'm gonna do another cooking video just for you. The Irish fellow will pass on knowledge gained from generations of waffle chefs.
Okay, I'm always interested in the food. Definitely.
Hey. And
I like
for you,
cooking.
Money AD, for you, Money AD, as soon as I get an upgrade for my refrigerator and a smaller portable stove, I'm gonna do one for you.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm here cooking.
Breakfast on the road.
Hey, I want to see it. Definitely, let me know, bro.
So you got two people who want to make cooking videos.
Mm-hmm.
Two different lifestyles.
Ask me food challenge video for me.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Well, Arthur, for you, the
Yeah.
challenge for you would actually be to make something from scratch. Every time I see you showing off something in a box.
Mm-hmm.
No cheating.
What the hell?
Cook something from scratch.
Okay.
We can still hear you too.
Right. Don't make me reach through
I'm in Ohio.
laptop and pimp slap you.
I want to Blue Lion. I wanted to get your opinion on this topic as well.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
Damn it.
Yep.
Let me do my outro and I'll jump out of here.
Okay.
Some of these people are going to be hearing this music and they're probably going to say I'm simping out. Well, it's been like 3 years since I listened to Motown music. But because some of the music simps so bad. But if you're paying attention to some of the lyrics make sense if you find the right song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Smooth.
So, and yeah, I'm a smooth motherfucker when I want to be. And this is just an example for you trifling hoes out there of what you could have had, but you're never going to get because you don't deserve it.
Hey. Thank you, Seafood. Red Jedi.
Yeah, true
Hey,
facts.
AD.
True facts, exactly.
What's up, Black and Red Pill?
True facts, exactly. To Elder.
I was gonna ask you, what does Drea think about the whole both twerking and simping thing? Like, I've never heard her say anything about simping, and I mean, obviously twerking. So, like, what are her thoughts on the whole simping thing?
She'll pretty much say the same thing I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. I mean, it would be interesting to hear her point of view, but it will pretty much, be the same as me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm gonna say this. Oh, go ahead.
My point of view is exactly just this whole simping nonsense. It's just stupid and a waste of time. It's foolish because if you sit there simping, then you're not gonna get a woman if you keep on going to that dumb route. No offense.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
no, absolutely right.
Yes, I am. And then twerking, you just make yourself look bad.
Well, yeah, because if you do it in public, like all the guys are gonna see that. So she knows that already from the get go. She's already being a hoe from the start.
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you, Midtown to win.
Yeah, it's me. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this audio.
I was also thinking about doing something else besides food challenge videos. Exactly. I'm thinking about I'll do a cooking video as well because I did one on my own channel years ago.
Oh wow! Now you want to do a cooking video?
Oh yeah, I can cook. Trust me. I only know woman cooking for me. I can cook for myself.
Oh, shouts out to Jamari too for writing all these comments. Let me catch up, Jamari.
So I'll say this part about the simp. Like, the word simp is another one of those words that doesn't mean anything nowadays because people have used it so goddamn much that like the original meaning of the word, I don't think folks actually know what the word simp means anymore. Just like the word hater. Like, how everybody wants to call you a hater because they don't like what you do. That's not what a hater is.
Right.
Like, it's been used so damn much that folks just kind of subconsciously just use the word without understanding
Yeah.
what the word actually means.
No, they
Correct.
changed the spelling of it so that people can't even look back and find what the word means. They spell it SIMP. It's actually SYMP.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how it was spelled in that old video I was talking about. Because I did see songs from like the 90s saying Simp.
Yup. Mm-hmm. Yup.
Yeah, it's short
Oh.
for sympathy.
Yeah.
I would say that yeah, that makes a lot of sense, man.
Yeah,
It comes
so.
from like the Casey and JoJo days. Boys to Men.
Oh, wait. Hold on, wait a second. What about Usher and Michael Jackson? They're a good example.
Like if you look, simping ain't easy.
Exactly.
Man,
And it's just a Y.
gosh. Oof.
SYMP.
Mm-hmm.
I
They
can't lie.
changed it so that it's closer to like simple, but it's not simple. It's sympathy. Because that's
Because
what
if we're
you're
going
doing.
based
You're
off of like
you're going
how
way
it's used
far on
nowadays,
sympathy.
then everybody's a simp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every
Well, it's
single
like-
body is a simp.
Indeed.
Because like if you're trying to get some pussy or some dick, you are a simp. Like if that's what we're going based off of nowadays and how people use it.
Yeah, well, it's mainly applied to guys because it's guys who are always thirsty, especially a simp guy who doesn't get a lot of pussy. So it has lost its original meaning, but I still think it could hold it as long as you're talking to the right people. Like obviously us, we know what it really means.
It means a guy who has a lot of girlfriends but no sex.
You could say that too.
Yep.
Okay, Brown Bird.
Yeah, so I'll sit there and say, it's funny, brother, man. It's like my videos are almost done. I just gotta edit the music and all that stuff and then render them. My videos will be done. And I gotta finish up later on what I gotta do next. And then I'll be free.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out for sure.
Yeah, but I'll be
with other people too as well.
Yeah, I'll be posting those videos when I come back. When I come back out of town. That's why I'll post them.
Okay. And yeah, like what Kenny was saying, like I understand like where he coming from. Like people do kind of take it out of hand, but that's why it needs the definition does like, or at least what most people know it as, needs to withhold, because people could take it out of context, but that doesn't mean that that's what it really is, you know. And that's why the definition really needs to be out there, because it's true. A lot of people will say, oh, they're simping when they're not, but a lot of times people will be simping and nobody calls them a simp when they should be called one.
They call him a pickup artist that doesn't succeed very much.
Facts.
Oh man, PUA. Oh man, I remember when that was hot and everybody was talking about PUAs and stuff like that. I remember.
These guys are so butthurt now.
All right, like,
They
oh,
lost their business.
say PUA. Why y'all guys not saying that anymore? They all mad, but yeah,
Now
like
they're just coaches.
True. Now they're coaches.
Yep.
I mean, because there is a thing about like words do change meanings over time, but then it's also a thing about
They
like
still
people just
rooted in the
overuse
words though.
You said what?
Like the words being used because it's rooted in something.
Yeah, and then
nowadays
there's
it's
a thing
just like they'll take any word and create a whole new meaning that has nothing to do with the word originally.
So like Money AD, like is this like a YouTube thing that like they're trying to censor people from using the word simp? Like, is this going on?
I think
on
it's
Twitch.
Twitch, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, they do it there. It's just on its way over to everyone else eventually.
And Twitch, yeah, Twitch is so toxic. It's just like Twitter's toxic.
They all work together in that when one has a problem like that, like they don't like the word simp, okay, so they're going to ban it on their site. Then everybody else on the other sites goes, yeah, we're not going to bring that over here, so let's just ban it now.
Every social media platform
then
is
YouTube
toxic.
says, well, we can't have this. So then Twitch is like, yeah, we agree. We're going to change our terms of service too.
Yeah, every social media platform is toxic. It just really depends on how you use it. Like a lot of folks just use social media platforms for entertainment, as opposed to like actually getting connected to folks.
Yeah.
Which is why it's toxic in the end.
Oh.
Because people are entertaining themselves.
Oh boy, I just saw a bird on my porch just now. I just saw a bird on my porch and it just flew off. A bird just now. Like, wow.
Okay, I see some people were dropping out. I see. Okay, black and red pills back.
Yeah, my bad. I had a message from some another black pill content creator. He just messaged me right now, so I had to respond to him. Yeah, black pill truth.
What's up? That's what's up.
Yeah, he was just telling me that because some black pillars they have too much of a I don't know what's the right word. When there's a I don't know what I know there's a word for it, but I can't think of it. But when you give someone too much credit and you like glorify them and you want to say that they'll always have it good, I don't know what you call that, but that's like you're defeating yourself for that person too much. It's like, yeah, they got it good, but they don't have it that good. So that's what I was telling him. I said, take the plantation away, you'll see how good women really have it. They won't have it good. They'll face a lot more dangers.
That's
so. He agreed with me. He's like, "Oh shit, you're right." I said, "What do you think is going to happen?" And I hope I don't give anybody a bad vibe here, but this is just the bottom of this is the truth. What do you think will happen to women if they didn't have the plantation? That means no cops, no chivalry, no white knights. Let's be honest. What do you think will happen to them?
Oh, yeah.
I totally understand where you're coming from.
Okay, you don't have to say it, but we know what will happen. So he's like, "Damn, that's right."
Wait, hold on. Black and red pill. Can you repeat like what you just said? Like, if women didn't have what again?
If they didn't have the plantation, they wouldn't have the benefits that they have now. The plantation meaning that, and I got to clarify on that because some people get the plantation mixed up. So what I mean by that, the plantation, I'm talking about buildings, the internet, media, highlights, glamour. That's why women have it so good in the plantation. Because they get all this attention. Their parents, their parents, you know, these women, they encourage their hypergamy. They support their hypergamy. So how do they benefit from that more? Well, of course, in a city where all the famous people are at, or the people or the guys with money, you take all that away, they won't have shit. They'll always have a simp that's gonna white knight for her. You know, but there's also going to be some bad dudes out there. They're going to be like, "Oh, I remember you. You remember how many times you rejected me? How many times you did this? You did that?" And that's just the truth, man. You take the plantation away, who's going to protect them?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So a lot of women, when I they don't realize that, and when I break it down to them, they're like, "Oh shit, you're right." So Black Pill Truth was just telling me, "Damn, you're right, dude."
Yeah, and that's another form of what I was saying, like that can change people, because another reason why it's so hard for women to break out of the BS is because they're too comfortable. They're too comfortable in what's going on. It's a lot of things that they don't have to face that us as men do on a normal everyday basis, you know, and it allows them to just be like, okay, well, this is working, everything's fine. Just like in real life, if you're doing something that's not working, then you're obviously going to change what you're doing to try to get it to work. Not just gonna keep doing the same thing, you know, especially if you're not comfortable in doing it.
AD, can you like give some examples of like what you're talking about, and like, is there a specific group of women that you're talking about? Because this is very vague to me. Like, I don't hear anybody being specific.
Basically, like majority. I'll say majority of women as a whole. Majority of women, not every woman, but majority of women, yes, are just too comfortable. Yes. And when I mean comfortable, I mean just got it too easy, got it too good, and are allowed to get away with a lot of stuff that they really shouldn't.
That's why I broke it down. That's why I said that they get all these benefits because they're in the plantation. If they didn't have the comfort zone that they're in right now, all these accommodations, they wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing now on the internet. If they didn't have the internet, you know, it's self-explanatory.
Yeah, that's why nowadays you won't really hear women say that about us men, right? It's very rare to hear a woman say, yeah, these men actually do go through stuff. These men actually do face hardships. These men actually do have to work hard. You see, that never really gets spoken upon nowadays, even though it's true that men do a lot, you know, but why do they get that value and that comfort, but we don't, when we actually go through a lot?
Because the flip side of that argument is, for the longest time, they've felt that way. Like, what you have to understand is, like, what you guys are describing as a power dynamic is that for the longest time, in a woman's perspective, men have been the ones to dominate society, and we still do. Because last time I checked, there's still an old white man still running this shit. But it's like nowadays, I guess a lot of men are catching on to like the power shift, and they're seeing it as like women are taking over. I don't agree with that at all, but that's just my perspective.
I agree with you. You broke it down very good. It definitely comes down to a power dynamic, and that's why we have all these problems. Because the people that are in power don't know how to be humble. They abuse the power. That's why they got that saying, "Power corrupts absolute." Doesn't matter what gender, who has the power. It'll corrupt you just willingly or unwillingly. So
You have to remember, nobody from today has suffered from women. Like, women can't say, "Oh my God, we didn't have the vote." You always had the vote.
I would even say that
when you were born, you had the vote. Like, it's not
like,
you're not 800 years old and you didn't go through all that.
Yeah, exactly.
When you were born, you had a lot of things that all these other women can't say that they had.
Exactly.
Now they're like, well, we need to push for more, and it's like, that's over. You're already past the bounds of equal.
Well, they didn't, but their ancestors did. Because I do agree with what he said that
but they're pushing now, and it's like, where are you trying to push to?
Exactly, they pushed it too far.
You need to stop.
They pushed it too far.
I agree with that in certain aspects, but we have to realize is that like there's a deeper issue to all of this. Like, I really believe that America has the most brainwashed population on the face of this earth. Because like we have a lot of these quote unquote freedoms that we think we have, when really we don't. A lot of it is just illusionary freedom. Right? Like, how are we the richest country on earth, but we don't have free healthcare?
Exactly. Well, it's a misguided illusion, like you said, and I guess it's to like to control people at the same time, to not make them panic, because people will freak out when they actually get out of the blue pill state and they take that red pill. They're gonna get out that comfort zone and be like, "Holy shit! This whole time they've been lying to me."
Do you need medical treatment or do you need water?
Exactly.
And water is not free. Like, why would medical care be free? It's not free. It's never free.
Well, going back to what he said, though,
like, you can be the richest country, but you still have to tax your people in order to pay for that free healthcare that you're talking about. So somebody has to pay for it, and it's usually the taxpayer.
Okay, I don't think you understand like the perspective that I'm coming from. What I'm saying is that this country can't claim to be the best country or the most free country on earth and have all these things that we know that they can pay for and that they pay for time and time again, like i.e. the military, i.e. the police. But when it comes to like basic things, like basic human needs are not met. But these poorer countries,
those other things have to happen in order for you to even think about having basic health care. Like, you need to have
what
the
other
police,
things are you talking about?
The army. You just said they spend all the money on the army and the cops. Well, you need them. You're not going to have free healthcare with cops and without.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all.
So you think if you get rid of the army and get rid of the cops and put all the money into healthcare, you're going to have free healthcare?
That's not what I said. You saying that like we need the cops and the military to have free healthcare? What are you saying?
To even have the thought of having free healthcare.
But I'm saying the literal issue is that
you can't even have the thought of free healthcare because you're going to be worried about fucking people robbing your house.
That is
true. Okay, so
we get the bit
being prioritized in the priority.
So let me ask you this basic question: can America pay for healthcare? Yes or no?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
That's
what I
a
mean by that?
Hugely broad question.
It's not.
Who's paying for it? The government can't pay for it. No, they can't.
Who says they can't pay for it?
Where are they getting the money?
They just passed a $740 billion defense bill 2 weeks ago.
Where they get the money?
That's on them.
You know,
no, it's not on them. It's on the taxpayer.
Yes, it is on them.
I have to come back to this conversation another
day.
This is a very good conversation.
They can pass as much money as they want for the military, but when it comes to healthcare, it's like we don't have the money for it. So obviously,
I agree.
Where's the money coming from? Where's the money coming from?
Well, it's obviously coming
from
them.
Ask
them.
It
has to come.
It's simple. I'm asking you because it's a simple answer. It's the taxpayer.
Exactly, the taxpayer. So they're getting the money from us, obviously. The fucked up part about it, I agree with what he's saying. They got all this money. They're handing down, I think it was 35 million to Central American countries, but they're starving us. What kind of bullshit is that? You see what I'm saying? So I understand where he's coming from. That's like they're getting the money to all these other countries, like 2.2 million or something billion to like I think it was China or some shit like that. But they're starving us. They're giving us $600. They can't even give us $600 in the
Well, that's your
stimulus check.
Democrats in action. That's your
And it's like
Democrats
hundreds of
doing
millions
that
of
shit.
dollars going to Israel. So it's
Exactly. There you go.
like
Thank you.
obviously
I mean,
people
they're
are being
not
lied
tied
to.
to
The money's
Israel.
coming from somewhere.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, y'all. You know, this is a great topic. I would love to continue this, but I do want to keep it on. You know, we can come back, maybe have
Yeah.
that one.
Well, the
you know,
biggest simp is
another
the
one.
American taxpayer, right?
That'd be a good topic on another video.
Exactly.
But back
It
to
was
the
just
whole twerking thing, though.
Twerking and simping. Well, that's the
Right.
thing. If you go back to that, it's the same thing, dude. Like the simps are the taxpayers of these thoughts. They're getting all this money, and what are they doing with
And
it? They're not giving it back.
The politicians, we're throwing money at the politicians.
Oh man, you want to know another thing I don't like about twerking? Like when you twerk, like a lot of men, especially real men, they'll look at a woman, especially who twerks in public, and they'll look at her and not look at her as a woman that actually would be wifey material or someone they would want to be with. That's why I get encouraged so much as well, because it's true. You out here twerking in the streets, a good man may not want to, get to know you. That decreases the chances of you actually meeting a good man, which is a bad thing. As a woman, you want to increase the chances of always meeting a good man, not a bad one.
Let me ask this I gotta ask people in the panel, but obviously AD, I'm not gonna ask you this in hidden either because I already asked it. But I want to get the other guys their answer. It's like, would any of you? Well, not obviously without Money AD and Hidden McTowell, but everybody else in the panel, would you guys settle for a used up woman?
Let me see. If she twerks and doing all that stuff, no. The answer is just flat
Okay.
out no.
So you got standards then. That's a good thing.
Yep.
Which some guys, this is why some guys are called simps, because they still go for worn out women that have no standards whatsoever. Because if you think about a woman that sleeps with a whole bunch of guys, she doesn't have standards. Even if all those guys are good looking, she's tearing her body down. So she's becoming worn out and used up. So for any guy to settle down with that, you have no standards either.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Because I'm old school, exactly. Because like what I want to say is an old school woman, who has common sense, not no modern woman who just says one thing and disrespects you, curse you out. Like, nope. And all that stuff.
Right. And then they expect you to put up with that too, being cussed out and being disrespected.
Well, because there's an agenda here that's pushing to have women to be equal like men, but that, I mean, on a biological scale, that's not natural. They can't be leaders. Not to sound sexist, but I mean, very few of them, not to discredit all of them, but very few women have actually been good leaders. But the majority of them, they can't do that.
I don't think either gender.
I
I don't think either gender can claim to be like a good leader because there's a whole history of like men being terrible leaders too.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. But the majority of men are still generals and sergeants. And like, how many women do you have that are actual sergeants compared to men? Very few of them. So even though some of those guys may be horrible leaders, they can still do better than the women, and on a larger scale.
Have you
I
ever
guess
heard
it
someone say
depends
treat it
on
like a woman? Or
I guess it
woman
depends
up?
on like what you define as like better.
Well, yeah, if you're talking like tactics, if you're talking about infantry and stuff like that, then men are always going to have the upper hand in that sense, or they've had. I mean, men have left their mark. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree with what you said earlier when you said that women have always had it harder, especially in the medieval times and stuff like that. I would say, yeah, probably almost 100%. But even then, if you read Peter, yeah, men had it bad too. If you read Peter Wright's book on female aristocracy, you'll be surprised how far men had been the need of women, even in the medieval times. You would think like women had it the worst, but if there was queens in the medieval times, that shows you that women have always had power as well. So all this bitching and complaining that modern women do. Go ahead. What you said, bro?
He used to fight to the death for them.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
so
it's not
over honor.
Can I ask you guys a question? A random
There
question.
is no honor anymore.
Okay, what's that, Brown Bird?
So I don't know who's single in this chat, right? So would y'all go for an open pick me? Do you think a pick me would be acceptable for you? Because I feel like sometimes simps, like if I'm thinking on a female, seeing from a female aspect, sometimes they say pick me's is the male version of simps. So would y'all be okay with? Do you think that you would be more attracted to a pick me if she openly says I'm a pick me and I'm proud? Like made to serve you type of woman.
I mean, you got to be careful because you don't know what her end game is. So I just stick to the 80-20 rule to keep it simple. Like, if I don't have a woman around my area talking to me or showing me signs of interest, then I just keep it simple. It's over. That's how I avoid a lot of this crap that other guys don't. Like, if she's not opening up to me, I'm not going to open up to her. Keep it simple. I know how to control my thirst.
Right. So now let's play devil advocate. Now let's say if the pick me that's interested in you, you're interested in her. What if her whole entire thing is genuine, 100%? And I'm talking needle in a haystack, dead ass pick me woman, dead ass for you, wants to serve you because she likes you. Would that be acceptable?
Of course, it's acceptable. Of course, it's acceptable. But the thing is, people nowadays, I knew a guy right now at work who met a girl just like that. He's just getting divorced after 8 years. So people, just humans in general nowadays, we're not really even staying loyal, not only to ourselves, but to obviously to the other person that we once thought were everything that we wanted. So it's just becoming a human thing now. It's like it's beyond standards and gender. It's now just like a human thing installed. Like there was a ugly study that a lot of monogamous people got butthurt over, where they said that humans as a species whole actually live longer being promiscuous instead of monogamous. That shows you a lot, man. It's really sad.
Society, I mean, that's what society seems like now, because it's just like sex is more easier than maintaining a relationship. Like
exactly,
it's like people get bored. And then now what you said about that divorce, because people get bored. You know what I'm saying? You're around the same person. Like it's just us as men. We want. Sometimes we want to just be able to branch out. Like, oh, I got a new girl. You know what I mean? Like I get to smash this. You know what I mean? So
nature. Go ahead, brother. My bad. I need to shut up now. Go ahead.
Go ahead. All right,
I'm listening.
Nature will always find a way, man. Nature will actually brainwashes us without even us realizing it. So, like, when we try to stay monogamous, you're going to feel that you're not going to be attracted to that person anymore. That's the fucked up part about it. So consciously, you can still have control in that and say, no, she's been a good woman to me. I'm not going to do that. That's what a lot of our parents did. And even before them, like especially the silent generation, they were super monogamous and super white knighting and blue pilled and all that. But look what it's led to. It's backfired now, and as me as a millennial in my generation, and even before, like even the Gen Xers, like my sister and her man, they split up after 8 years. Same thing. So not even 10 years, not even a decade. So that's just telling you it's becoming a human thing now. It's not even personal. It's just like your own biology is not going to crave that person anymore. So it goes back to what Richard, and I like to make fun of him, but it's Richard Cooper, but I call him Richard Coper because he had a hard time, accepting that. And I still do, but I mean, being black pilled, you get past that. And that's just how species survives. It's just the species things. If you take a look at a virus, that's how it thrives. It thrives by multiplying in your body. Because if it doesn't do that, it's going to die off quick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very simple.
To understand what marriage is in the first place. It's just the population control. That's why you have to get a license in order to do it, because they're going to control whether or not you can do it. And marriage is only to have the kids. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but it's another. The reason why you got an incel crisis now is because those guys can't even get married now. That's why you have so much sexual frustration.
Well, yeah. They change society to where anything goes.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
People are getting reversed.
Yeah, incels at one point, if you really think about it, because the black pill is about genetic determinism. So women back in the day, they couldn't be as judgmental as they are now. Now you hear the whole 6 foot thing, and and all this stuff. So
they couldn't pick it all before.
Exactly. So back in the day, in the 40s, 50s, 60s, hell, even 90s, a beta male could still get married. That's the way he could compete with another guy, which is not really competing. He's just settling. So he still had a chance to, have a family with a female. And now
And
it's
you saw,
like,
like teenagers getting married to like 40-year-olds back in the day.
exactly.
What
Yeah,
the
they was
hell?
getting married in teenage years.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Like they was getting married
All
at
those
like
blogs
14,
and stuff
15 years
about
old.
how old
Dude.
you should be and stuff. That's all pretty new stuff.
Yeah, so this is why you have so much simpery. This ties into simpery because a beta male, a beta male can't compete now because of Tinder and all this shit. And this is why that's why the thirst is so bad in men, because back in the day, men could easily have sex. You could use PUA tactics, probably sleep with 100 women back in the 1920s or 40s. But now it's like it's all about either you have the looks or you have the money. And yeah, some people, some guys are gonna get lucky. They don't have to do any of those, because I've seen it. I've met couples like that where the women were like, "Oh no, I don't like him for his money. He's just a good guy." They got, but they got married. But if I asked that guy, how many women did you sleep before you got with her? He was like, "Oh, just 3." I asked her, she was like 10. I'm like, "Yep."
Damn.
So yeah, so this is why the simpery is so bad, because guys they're not about to accept and sell them. They're not about to make their peace with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have so much thirsty males out here.
Yeah, that's true. Because when you get more, it does help you. It does. The more you get, it's like, all right, I know it's true. Because a lot of guys, it's true, they want it, but they just can't really get it, no matter what they do. A lot of times, and it's kind of sad, Because I remember the days growing up. Like I remember all it took really was just a nice haircut and a nice outfit and just being cool, and that could help you. I definitely remember those days.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's more
What I
difficult.
find,
Yeah.
what I find so interesting about these conversations is that like a lot of folks approach these conversations as if they're new. And I think what has ended up happening, at least with my generation, Gen Z, is that since we grew up on technology, technology has like warped the minds of people to think that all of this shit that we're saying is really new. I think this shit has been going on for a long time. It's just that it's more
Yeah, of
exposed now.
course. Yeah,
So
absolutely. You're right. I didn't know you were a Zoomer, so you're like on the newer generation.
yeah, like we're like really big on technology and like you were saying like nature is why people are not polygamous or something like that, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, nature itself, like I said, we're kind of like bacteria. Like bacteria multiplies like crazy. So that's why that's why you're seeing this now. All these single moms having like 5 different kids from 5 different dads because they don't give a shit. Like women don't give a shit. As long as they find the guy attractive, they're gonna get pumped and dumped by him, and then they're gonna try to get that beta male provider, and that's not good because that's not your responsibility. But I agree with you. None of this shit is new because I have another friend that his mom was a single mom with his brother, and she got with the Salvadorian guy, and I'm talking boomer. This is boomer generation. So of course, none of this stuff is new, but now it's happening more, and not only is it happening more now, it's being accepted, which is not good
Well, it's the
either.
norm.
Like, would you take care of a single mom that had 10 kids from 10 different dads? Would you do that? Of course not.
Hell no.
You might have no choice eventually.
Yeah, that's funny.
Men,
You
we
say
got
we'll have no
choices.
toys eventually.
Men got
That's what's happening.
choices. But yeah, it's sad on the woman's end because it's just like, knowing that you carry the child, right? And that you think that you can go out and just be the hot girl or whatever. Like, no, that womb, no. You feel what I'm saying? And then all the responsibilities for having a child. It just gets on my nerve in general that you have these single moms that's just like, yeah, I'm a single mama. And then it's like, any man that meet me better take care of my kids. But like, you would just having a babysitting session in your mouth. So, you can't just go out here and do all that stuff like you used to do. Like you can never be a bachelor is my point. You can't be a bachelor.
But they're doing it because there's a gynocentric agenda. That's why. Like you'll see some guys that they really don't want a single mom, but because they want to have kids, they're going to get with the single mom. So it just repeats a vicious cycle again. It just keeps that vicious cycle going. It's a vicious circle. But yeah, none of this stuff is new. Go ahead, brother. My bad. I'll shut up.
Got about 8 minutes, y'all, because I got to head out at 2:00. So this is the time to get your last words.
Yeah, but I would say this. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like, I mean, it's just so easy to have sex. I mean, I don't mind it. Like, I'm single myself. You said that you're a millennial. I'm actually a millennial too. So my thing about it is, at the end of the day, it's just horrible because, you have the single moms and shit. And with the single moms, they glorify that in the culture now. I think they have a rapper named Baby Mama. Like, oh, this is bad, man. The only thing I can say is maybe the life for me is Brown Bird. I can fly to another nest and have a polygamous relationship and just be great. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. I mean, you have take advantage of it while you still got it. Because some guys, they never even scratch that surface, man. So, be happy that you have that advantage.
Oh, yeah.
You got other guys over here committing suicide. Now I'll shut up. Everybody else has to give their outro. I need to shut the fuck up. So everybody else go ahead.
You're dropping jewels. You're dropping jewels, bro. It's cool.
Yeah, this was a good one. I know it was a little quick one, and I know I don't pop up early all the time, but I'm happy we had this little conversation, and we'll be back to have more. Anybody else want to say something before we get out? Keenan?
I mean, I was just gonna say, like, at least what I've seen from my generation is that a lot of folks base their standards on like what they see from celebrities. So like you'll see things about like this rapper has a baby mama, and then like the baby mama is like always glorified as like the standard of like what women want to be. I'm like, that shit is beyond dumb as hell. But that's them. And yeah, that's why like celebrities are like highly superficial. And that's why you have all these superficial standards nowadays. Like, you have to be a certain height, you have to have a certain amount of money, gotta have a certain look, like because AD was just reminiscent on back in his days where all you needed was a haircut. But now it's kind of like it's expanded in some senses. So
that's why you have a sexual inflation now. That's why you got all these beta males going like crazy on OnlyFans, which is called Only Simps. You got Twitter, you got all these fucking things, and that's why women are laughing right now. They're not winning anything, but they're just throwing their ego and their pride. That's all it really is. But they're not really winning anything because at the end of the day, I know a lot of single moms. My sister's a single mom, but I'm not going to roast her. But I know examples just like her who don't have shit, and they threw their pride. They laughed at other men, and now they're alone with all these kids, and like nobody really wants them. Like there's always going to be that stupid simp that will put up with it, but they don't want that. So it backfires one way or another. So as a man,
black and red pill, same thing with me. I've seen it in my family. I've seen it with friends. I've seen it with other people, and I totally agree with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. And this is what I tell some of the incels so they don't get violent, because these guys have serious deficits and emotional. A lot of them are actually committing suicide, but people don't know that. You don't see it on the media, but I've actually found the evidence. So what I try to tell them is, look, man, they'll get what's coming. So I've seen it, and you know what I do? Like I'll laugh in their face, and they don't hate me for it. They just admit it. Like you can red pill a woman, and she'll be like, "Fuck, okay, this is what I get." And you know what I do? That's what I do.
Oh man, hey, that's some good stuff though. Okay, Blue Line, you want to say something before we get out?
Yeah, I mean, I see everywhere exactly what y'all saying. Exactly. I mean, hell, back in my days, like in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, you want a girl, of course, you just have to be you, of course, and get that haircut and look all, instead of white butters and stuff. Yeah, to keep the woman's attention. Back in those generations. But yeah, I don't like simping, period. And twerking is just a no. So if you try to call yourself a woman, yeah, I will call your ass out. I don't care if you get offended. I don't care if you get mad. And the guy saying simping, I'll call your asses out too. Real talk.
Good. Just be careful, because we live in a blue pill society, so there's going to be a lot of white knights on you. Just be careful. Make sure you take your 45.
Oh, definitely. I always
wait until they have the girls or the guys twerking and the girls twerking.
Red flag, man.
Oh, hell no.
Red flag.
Hell no.
Okay.
Walking to a party, there's a dude twerking in the middle of a circle. It's like, nah, this ain't my party. I gotta go.
Nah, you gotta get out of there, man.
It's already there, man.
Nope.
It's already there.
Oh yeah, they do have some pretty sick shit out there.
You said what?
I kind of missed whatever the question was because I got interrupted here. I had to leave for a second.
Just give us a little outro and then
final thoughts.
Yeah, just come out, check out the channel, Hidden MGTOW.
Mm-hmm.
Did a lot of streams yesterday. I had Sifu on, I had Sherman. Just come check that shit out. Got the Blaze on
Sounds
Friday.
cool.
Y'all know where to be on Fridays. Come check it out. Come, you can be on the panel if you want.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
we'll subscribe.
Like burn it up.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
so Hidden MGTOW will subscribe. Everybody else got a YouTube page, right?
Yes, I do. I
Yeah.
have YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah,
I gotta
everybody's-
please. Well, I don't know if y'all can put it in the chat or whatever. I don't know when you end it. Brownbird also just started a YouTube page, so I'm happy as hell. Brownbird, it's kind of hard to search. Just look in the tab, recent videos, you'll see me. But yeah, great conversation. You already know, guys. Stay red pill and black pill for life, baby.
Same thing. Anybody wants to join my live streams, just hit me up on my channel, and I'll add you on Discord or whatever. So just let me know. You guys have a good one.
All right.
Peace, Chiefs.
Peace out.
All right, everybody.
Peace out.
I will
Later.
talk to y'all later.
Okay, so I guess it's just me left. Wow, everybody left quick. Well, I'll say is well, y'all know who I am. The Dragula V3 exactly. It's the Israelite Intruder, and I will see y'all next time. Exactly. Speaking the truth, if people get offended by the truth, well, that's their loss. What I'm gonna say is thank you for having me here, Mr. Money Brother Man. Exactly. I'm about to get out of here and continue what I gotta do and be ready for tomorrow. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming through, and I'll definitely talk to you later, bro.
Definitely, brother man. Later. Adios, bro.
Yep. All right, y'all. Thank you, everyone who came and joined me today. Thanks to everybody. Thank you to the people in the comment section that showed up and left their thoughts and said their opinions. Thank you a lot. I know this was a short stream, and I know it was an early one as well. So I know that's a little, off from what I do, but I was in the mood to come talk about some stuff. So I'm happy with it. We did our thing today, and I totally appreciate y'all for coming to watch. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.